Hey everyone, Kelly Dean Allen here with you again. So then, I'm at work the other night, and one of the new girls that I work with asked me if I liked Lynyrd Skynyrd. Now, this girl is about 20 years old. In fact, she is 20 years old because I asked her. I said, how the hell do you know who Lynyrd Skynyrd are? She told me that she had really cool parents who turned her on to all this great 70s classic rock, and that Lynyrd Skynyrd is her favorite band, with her favorite song being I Need You from the band's 1974 album, Second Coming. Well, I was a little bit shocked, to say the least. So last night, just for fun, I learned the intro solo to this song, covered it, and posted it as a short on my channel. Figured since it's still fresh in my head, I'd sit down and do a quick tutorial for it, and here we are. That's it. Let's have a look at how it's played, shall we? This one is for you, Shelby. We are in standard tuning for this tutorial, soloing in the key of A using the A minor pentatonic, and this solo goes like this. Just like that. So we're starting here on the 7 of the D string, the root note, right? Just going to pick that, give it a little vibrato, let it ring, right? Into this lick. So we're going to go 7 of the D down to 5 of the G, on to 7 of the G, little bend release back off to 5. Then grab the 8 of the B string with your pinky right back into another full step bend on that 7 of the G. Give that a little vibrato if you like, right? And then we're going to rebend that. Release it off to 5, pick it again, hammer back onto 7. Right, into this. String skip down to the 8 of the high E, full step bend, release, off to 5. Right, and that's the intro to the solo. Now you're going to drop back onto 7 of the G, nice slow full step bend release. And then you're going to very quickly release it off to 5 and grab an open A. Kind of like that, right? Into this lick. So just basically going right up the scale, hammering on 5 to 7 of the D, 5 onto 7, sliding into 9 of the G. String skip down to the 8 of the high E, roll it up to 8 of the B, and hammer on to 10. Right? Right, kind of like that. Into this lick. And we're going to be using this lick near the end of the solo as well. Hammering on 8 to 10 of the B, back off to 8. Take the 9 of the G, slide it back to 7 off to 5. Pick it again, hammer back onto 7, finishing the first half of the solo with this. Just hammering on 5 onto 7, picking it twice, and then just riding up this little A minor shape here. 5 of the B, 5 of the G, 7 of the D. And that's the first half of the solo. So let's take it from the top. And then we're into this. Starts with that, this unison bend here. Sorry, not a unison bend, double stop bend. 8 of the B string, 8 of the high E. Gonna bend that twice, bend the B string, but not the E string, right? Kind of dissonant sounding. Into that. So you're gonna give it another bend after a little pause, right? Bend it again. Off to 5 and back onto 8, right? Or you can even hammer back onto that 8, right? Into this. Just grab that 8 single note this time. Give it a full step bend. Grab the 8 of the high E underneath it and then choke it off. Release that bend off to 5, right? Into this. Sliding into 11 of the G, string skip down to the 10 of the high E for a double hit. Actually a triple hit. And then a little bend of that 13 of the B, release it off to 10. He might even double hit this, kind of like this. Right? Into this. So we're going 8 onto 10 of the B into a step and a half bend. Back off to 8 and back off to 10, and then back off to 8, and then just roll it down to the 8 of the high E. And then we're going to play the same lick we played earlier. Right, hammering on 8 onto 10, back to 8. Sliding that 9 of the G back to 7, off to 5, back to 7. And then we finish the solo with this. Just a little bend of that 7 again, right? Releasing it off to 5. Hammer back onto 7, back off to 5. Roll that 5 up to 5 of the D, hammer onto 7. And that's the end of the solo. So from the top, nice and slow. Pretty slow solo to begin with. And there you go. That is how you play the opening solo to I Need You by Gary Rossington and Lynyrd Skynyrd. Certainly hope you enjoyed that and found it helpful. If you did, please hit that like button right down there. Maybe drop me a subscribe if you haven't done that already, as that would be very kind. Hope you're well out there in your little guitar corner of the world, wherever that may find you, and we will see you next time. Cheers.